Okay. Hold up. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Hold up. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that's from just. Okay, you know what? I really hope my. Maybe I should. All right. So, uh, so I was going through my last video, and I was checking out. I was checking out my last video. So what I tend to do after I record a video, usually the next day when I'm at work, I'll listen to that episode and see how good the quality is and seeing what I can improve on. Um, I I am very sorry for messing up the settings when it was actually pretty good the first time around. I have the microphone like right next to me when recording, but they say I should put it far away like this, like a couple knuckles away from me, and I can't tell because I have a feedback going if this is good or not. So I guess I'll find out that tomorrow. But until then, it sounded a lot better when I had it right next to me. So we're going to keep doing that until further notice or until somebody tells me to stop. So yeah, there's that. And then, so I was looking through some of the comments from my video and this one, and I have to put this out there because it's such an underrated comment. Otaku Sparrow said, Otaku Sparrow says, Silbit, I'm evil. Me, how evil? Silbit puts on high heels. Man, that's evil. Oh, I love that. I'm sorry. Now I have the explicit image of that Silbit plushie putting on red high heels. I can't. I'm quitting YouTube. That's it. I'm done. I quit. No more. No more. Is we've gone too far. Oh my god. Oh god, that cracks me up. That's so that so badly cracks me up. Oh goodness. Okay. And then going through my comments, you guys left a lot of interesting things. So I'm just gonna like go through a bunch of them before we get into this today's video, which is going to be the 10th episode of Cardfight Vanguard Divinez. Holy nuts, things have gotten crazy. Things have gotten freaking nuts. So, last episode, we found out that everything's connected. Everyone who has been involved with the divine fights have been connected. And it all comes back to Hikari being possessed, spoiler alert, by Silbit, the frickin' demon. It's why she was sick for all those years. Oh my! I mean, it always made me wonder what kind of sickness she got because it sounds like she just went into a cave and then all of a sudden, oops, I am now sick and we do not know what is wrong with me. Which I thought was pretty suspicious as it was, but that's crazy. That's crazy. She's been possessed this entire time. And then, filling in the paradox hole with there being two Silbits would be by Razul healing Hikari of both the possession and her and thus forth her illness, because the possession was the cause for her illness. And so I thought that was a really interesting Side point. But let's get into like some of the comments that you guys left on my last video. I can't read that says, and his name is not I can't read that. It's I mean I'm saying I cannot read that. You're just gonna have to look at the video if you want to see. I agree with your point on immortality. Just look at how many stories we have where the mastermind villains are super ancient entities, and their reason is that they're bored. That's true. They create chaos for everyone else to entertain themselves because they're freaking bored. So one thing about me is I love horror. I've mentioned it in past streams, like very briefly, but I love horror. One horror that I've been following religiously is the Vita Carnis series by Darian. I forget his last name. But no, Darian's Vita Carnis series is so freaking good. It has such lore. It has such good just development in it. And do not watch it if you're faint of heart or have a heart condition, because you will try to punch your screen like Hawk did. I literally showed Hawk the first like documentary video, and when it got to the mimics, he fucking punched the screen. I was so happy with myself because that man will not get scared at anything. Hawk, if you're watching this, hi. But yeah, no. Um, at the very end, we are finding out that there is some other entity that is controlling these things, and it's like a super ancient thing. So yeah, the whole thing of ancient villains just being bored and then using humans as their plaything. Yep, that checks out. Like in the anime, the events in the lore at this point were very messy and filled with confusion. With the help of a previous clone of his wife, Amorta, who mysteriously disappeared, Raziel finally managed to calm down Odium, yet another fanatical copy of his wife. Oh, fanatical copy, period. It took one bipolar wife to calm another one. That is a crazy statement. What? Though some people say Liel Odium behaves more like a rebellious little sister or child to Raziel. I wonder why. Glaring at President Hikari. Sorry about that. With the help of a previous clone of his wife, glaring at President Hikari. Yeah. Okay, this puts into my theory that Krei and Earth are just basically influencing one another, which I really like how they're doing this now because I feel like they didn't do it enough in like the Overdress series, or at least they didn't touch on it enough. Because I know like their whole like how Yu was evolving, so was his Vanguard thing. How it went from um, Nirvana to Nirvana Jiva, but I feel like there wasn't really any parallels to his Vanguard that we could really point out. At least none from the original series. Um, but this series just has all kinds of just connections between their vanguards and their human counterparts, and I love that because that is such a freaking good concept that Vanguard uses. But then the irony, just when he thought Raziel could finally enjoy a peaceful time with his family and friends, Silva just had to take over his best buddy Varga, making his life even more miserable. Can't my dude have a damn break for 1 second? Yeah. So wait, Varga. That sounds familiar, and I don't remember who that is. But anyway, let's go on. Honestly, at that time, I had gone crazy with theorizing who Silbit's host was, too. I thought both Ikina and Hikari were his hosts, were both his host. Like having a backup plan if necessary. You see, I kind of thought that too, but instead of the host, I figured it was the plushie that was like his secondary thing because, well, I don't know. To explain how the timeline fitted in, how Silbit took over Gab's spell, and how he would have guaranteed winning chance in guaranteed having a winning a winning chance in the Destined Showdown by having some pawns on both sides. I theorize that that obsession is Silbit's food or his source of power. You mean like a demon? I'm sorry. So he would grow their obsession by playing with their emotions. In this case, Hikari's illness was just a ploy of Silbit's to emotionally manipulate his two potential puppets to bring their negative thoughts to the surface. I agree, but I feel like the sickness was more of an after effect and a benefit in like hindsight for Silbit. I think he actually does feed off an actual host whenever he takes control of them. Which, yeah, like I said, like I keep saying this entire season, like a fucking demon. He's a fucking demon. Okay. Um, Honestly, I like the canon more. Somehow, I feel like being drained life force by Silbit for 10 years, which also essentially tied his essence to Hikari, so he has to be careful to keep her alive, is so much better than knowing that her entire suffering for years was just a sort of entertainment for Silbit, and he could have just thrown her away like a broken toy. Yeah, okay, not gonna lie, that second scenario sounds metal as hell, and I hate it. I hate it in a good way. Don't get me wrong. It's an interesting concept, but no, I love what they did with this first better. What they did in the canon better too, because it makes more sense and it gives more depth to Silbit as his character as a fucking demon. But yeah, no, I agree with that. Okay, does everyone just have names that I can't pronounce? At the time, okay, Flash Static, finally someone I can read. At the time this was airing, since most people forgot about the Hikari scene from the previous season, the leading community theory was that Akina was the possessed one. His eyes were naturally red. True. He had a fanatical obsession with helping his sister. Also true. Even in the season, and he was the only one who hadn't lost last season. Also true. Would have been equally satisfying. That could work, yeah. And then this one, oh my god, why? Where are you all coming from? Well, we thought she vanished forever and Silbit possessed her. He should disappear too. The majority of our community were either not noticing the scene where the table turned red after Future Hikari collapsed on it, or it's or thought it was just an animation error. How should we know that this is the moment Silbit literally injected himself into the fight table? So I was semi-right about him being in the table, at least from what it sounds like. Turned out Slippett's host is our main character's background little sister who did nothing but stay in the hospital waiting to be used as a plot device for the main character's development. You know, the usual anime trope of a one-off family member. I mean, true, but to be fair, they did give her some massive character development this season, and I actually love that. And she coincidentally became a participant of both the Fated Clash and the Destined Showdown, and definitely not a lazy way to force Akina's growth by kicking in his emotional soft spot. Oh my god, this man is going freaking crazy. He's burning Akina alive right now. Another typical anime trope of a one-time rival. Damn these writers. The writing of this era is so damn good. Yeah, I said it made sense though. This dude replies back, honestly, at the time, I had gone crazy with theorizing who Silbit's host was, too. I thought both Akina and Hikari were his hosts, like having a backup plan. Oh, is this? Oh, that's just re. Yeah, that's just rehashing. Okay. Well, we thought she vanished forever, and if Silbit possessed her, he should disappear too. I thought he would have disappeared if he were in the fight table initially, but yeah, I was wrong. I was so wrong about that theory. The majority of our community either didn't notice it. Wait, is this just a... Wait, wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? I'm confused. Hold the phone. What the hell? Guys, you see this too, right? This is saying the same thing as this, like a copy pasta. I'm confused. Well, this one is older than this one, so I'm assuming this one copied from that question mark, or it just agrees with it? Because I agree either way, yeah. Um, but yeah, okay, that's crazy. Either I'm either bot or a very scary glitch in the matrix. And I'm only going with those two theories. The beginning scene was revealed that Hikari duo gotten sick of Akina always taking care of the duo, that a small self Wana goes to the bass badly. Future Hikari wins and asks small self to apologize to each other. Silbit Wana plotting uses the design force to take in his turn her true form, but thanks to Jinki and Masanori, Gabriellis was able to beat Silbit and take force back, but Future suddenly feels as if she's possessed. I feel like that's a spoiler, so I'm going to just forget that immediately. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? This is... You know what? I'm just going to ignore that. I'm just going to ignore that whole scene right there. I'm just going to ignore that. We're going to get into this. But before we get into this, let me check the comments real quick. I can't tell if that is, if my computer's being slow or what the hell. Okay, cool. No further comments. Beautiful. All right, welcome everyone. I see we got 4 concurrent viewers, and so yeah, welcome all you guys, and yeah, let's get into it. I just got finished rambling through a bunch of the past comments from the last video. So yeah, please leave your comments below, and I will read them in the next episode. And yeah, let's get going.
はーい、みんな集まったかな。相川久音くん、はい。稲部直さん、はい。斉藤美琴さん、はい。呼び継ぎ周央くん、はい。明道明菜くん、はい。明道ひかりさん、はーい。
You're telling what?
みんな元気いっぱいだね。白さん。
Listen, I know I shouldn't be surprised. One of the commenters on the last video literally said get ready. And I thought I was, but I was so wrong. What timeline am I in right now? What timeline am I in right now, guys? Am I on Earth even? Am I in the pocket dimension? Did Silibit possess me? I'm confused. How is it so on the dot? Listen, I want to say it's lazy writing, but I have a feeling it's not. If only because the writing up until now has been freaking awesome. It just doesn't make no sense. I'm confused.
サマーキャンプへようこそ。それぞれ学校も学年も違ったり、初対面だから緊張しちゃうかもしれないけど、キャンプはチームワークが何より大切だ。みんなで助け合って楽しんじゃおう。
I mean, to be fair, this does seem like something he'd do, Taizo. This does seem like something like Taizo would do. Yo. Okay, whose dumbass idea was it to steal Silbit on Earth? Who did this?
Wager your worlds at the Colosseum for a chance.
包丁には気をつけてね。切り終わった具材は鍋に入れて。
私は何をすればいい？
誰か困ってる人がいないかよーく見ててあげて。お姉さんにしかできない仕事だ。
お姉さん、頑張る。うまそう。
Yeah, that also checks out for Taizo.
100億%うまい。
早く食べよう。お腹ペコペコ。
じゃあ手を合わせていただきます。
惑星クレイ？
そう、惑星クレイ。ヴァンガードのユニットが住んでいる星。大人になったらクオンとそこへ行くのが夢なんだ。
What happened to this man to make him forget this moment? I'm talking about Suo. What happened to this man?
僕はね、科学者になってクレイへ行くロケットを作るんだ。クオンは天才なんだぞ。超頭いいんだ。
お前らの夢なんかすげえな。で、ヴァンガードって何？
そこからかよ。カードゲームだよ、カードゲーム。
ねえ、私も話に混ぜてよ。
ヴァンガード知ってんの？
もちデッキもありあり。
うわあ、マジか。僕も持ってくればよかった。
Literally me.
慎重に、慎重に。今だ、光。
ちょちょ。
次はきっと大丈夫だって。
はい。後で食べてね。
Also, literally me. I'd be that bitch who was like has his pockets stuffed with all kinds of goodies. I'd be that drug dealer. Sugar is a drug, okay? Sugar is literally a drug.
知ってる？腸には鱗粉と呼ばれる粉が羽についてるんだよ。その粉の役割には様々な説があるんだけど、例えばクモの巣に引っかかった時、鱗粉がクモの糸に付着して、それにそうかな。ちなみに蝶の羽の模様は鱗粉によって作られているんだ。昆虫の中でも特に複雑で美しい模様をしていて。
もう言っちゃったけど、光。
清倉社長の御曹司？
ええ、清倉グループが開いているイベントの一つなので、僕もスタッフとして参加してみたいと思ったんです。
偉いですね。お若いのに。
いえ。
So now I'm like thinking back to season 1. I remember that I forget what her name is already. Shoot. The Dragon Empire Unparalleled. That fighter. She and Akina knew each other before the Divine fight started. It was never expressed how long they've known each other either. Although I'm assuming I have to see like if they ever said that they were like childhood friends or what have you. I'm like wondering right now.
いえ、このサマーキャンプは僕も小さい頃に何度か参加したので、すごく懐かしいです。
何見てるの？お魚。キラキラしてて綺麗。キラキラ？うん。あら、朝だ。いた、お魚。クマさんかな？クマ、逃げよ。
I'm sorry. Just catch. He's like, oh, maybe it's a bear. Like, oh, what? Oh, sheesh. That's crazy.
おや？
クマじゃない。ピカピカ。
I'm afraid. Pause, y'all. Okay, we back, y'all.
君たちは
ああ、サマーキャンプの今年だね。
そうです。あなたは？
山菜を取りに来たイケてるお坊さんさ。あげないよ。
いらない。
知ってるかい？白山は昔から霊山として人々が信仰していたんだ。そういった遺跡も残ってるんだよ。
難しくてわかんない。
だよね。つまりこの山は不思議な力が宿っている山なんだ。もしかしたら君たちにも不思議なことが起こるかも。
本当に不思議好き。
I'm sorry, someone tells me that I'm running the other direction. That's all.
ねえ、もう行こうよ。
皆さんそろそろキャンプ場に戻りますよ。
はぐれないように気をつけて。迷子になったら大変だ。
Bro is a freaking mess, a harbinger of freaking doom. What the hell? Nah, listen to the harbinger of doom and don't go towards it. What the hell?
今度ヴァンガード教えてやるよ。
やった、もっと二人のことも教えてくれよ。友達になろう。
友達。
お、友達。何？
あの子のお兄ちゃんだよね。
光のこと？
あの子いつの間にかいなくなってる。
こっち。
ねえ、誰なの？
こっちだ。
This is why she blames herself, huh?
こっち。
光、どこだ？兄貴の俺が光のこと見てなきゃいけなかったのに。光！
What the hell kind of footsteps are these? Like these are not arrows, these are literal freaking footprints. I don't know how I feel about this. Ah! They got the freaking symbols of each nation on it and everything. What the hell? That means this cave can't be more than 2,000 years old. Or at least if the lore of Cray is coinciding with human lore. Either that or perhaps it's like every year on Earth is like 100 years on Cray. If that's the case, it maybe we're like 10, 20, 30 years out from when Gear Chronicle or G ended. Because this takes in the same universe as Chrono and like literally everyone before that. This takes place in the original timeline. So,
変なとこ。
ここ。ここだよ。
カード？
カードにして我が話。
何これ？
よくぞ私の声に応えてくれた。その体、いただくぞ。
remember, kids, don't listen to disembodied voices, because more than likely it's a demon.
なんだ？光？
幼いが憑依体としては申し分ない。
光、だい、あ、危ない光！
任せて。ほら、行くよ。邪魔だ。危ないって。よくも。大丈夫？
Yo.
立って。逃げるよ。
Wait, so the card was left behind? Okay, I want to make one thing clear. In my headcanon, only Hikari, Akina, and whoever that the Dragon Empire one gal. In my headcanon, only those three were actually at the summer camp. Suo, Taizo, and everyone else were not there. And the reason I say that is because quite literally I can't see any real reason unless like it comes out later that there was a reason behind it, aside from the divine fight being like super like prophetic or something. I feel like it's just a bit of a waste to like just emphasize everyone was there. And listen, I've been like glazing this season or this series up until now. This is the only really like my suspension of disbelief is just like kind of snapped for like just a quick second. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I feel like it can be perceived that the reason why we see all the same characters is because in the flashback it's kind of like a placeholder for other people or something like that. But that's just my headcanon. I still am open to there being more to this scene. And I have a feeling it's going to be reintroduced later in season 3. If not, something crazy is going to happen. I don't know. How the hell did she grab that thing? What? That thing was like a good couple feet away from damn, she freaking run fast. What the hell? Either that or maybe the card like flew into her hand via Silbit's influence or what have you. Either way, that's freaking crazy. That explains why she had it. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. It would make sense that only those three would be there because that would explain why Akina and her knew each other, and then how she knew about Hikari's. I don't even know if she knew about Hikari's condition before that, but it would. I feel like this would make more sense, but I don't know. I could be just nitpicking a little bit too hard with that one scene. Anyways.
事故わかんない。あの遺跡で何が起きたのか、光は全く覚えていなかった。どうしてあんな場所に行ったのか、あそこで何があったのか。俺もあの時のことをうまく大人に話せなかった。たった一度だけ出会った恩人の顔も名前も遺跡で見たものも時とともにあの夏の記憶は曖昧になっていった。でも俺が見たものは幻なんかじゃなかったんだ。こんな遠回りをさせられたものだ。あの日このカードを手にしていれば何も問題はなかった。だが稲部直に邪魔をされ力を取り戻せなかった。不完全な状態のまま明道光の中で復活の時を待ち続けた。そして未来からこの時代へ渡りこの好機を利用しようと決めた。カードが手に入らずともデザインフォースさえあれば復活できる。明道明菜とのファイトの時
明道光を利用して術式に細工させてもらったぞ。ついに私は膨大なデザインフォースを手に入れた。運命は稲部直を
It's crazy that I noticed that. That's nuts.
この場へといざない本来の力も取り戻した。残念だったな、ガブエリウス。
Yeah, shit. She's leaving at the worst time.
お前は光を苦しめてナオ先輩の体まで奪って、お前が
どうした？怒っているのか？そりゃ許せないよな、この私を。
黙れよ。ナオ先輩の顔で喋るな。ナオ先輩を返せ。
Alright, give me my Bible. I'm about to freaking exercise this bitch. No, that don't work in this realm.
Cardfight Vanguard. The glitters of the story assemble. Let's go. Super dimensional combination, Dayusha. Booster pack, dimensional transcendence. Bushy Road.
When might becomes
Bushy Road.
お前は本当に気持ち悪い。私は明道光の中からお前の善人ごっこを延々と見させられていた。いつも妹のため、他人のためで、お前には自分のためがない。決して自分自身を優先することもなかった。だが、そんなお前でも私は平等に
You think that's a flaw? The hell's wrong with you?
作ってやろう。
Actually, on second thought, it kind of is, but that's besides the point.
明道明菜、欲望のままに生きる世界は素晴らしいぞ。己に正直に生き、あるがままに振る舞い、やりたいことは全部叶える。私が導くのは、全ての生き物が願いを叶える己がためだけの世界。
違う。誰もが心を失ってしまう狂気に満ちた世界だ。
そうやってお前らは自分自身を偽り、縛り、己を殺している。違うだろう。生きるってのはそういうことじゃないだろうが。
Silbit, I'll be real with you. Pause one more time, y'all. If any of y'all were wondering why it is I always have these weird hiatuses between my making my videos and stuff, yeah, that's why. It's more busy than usual today. I don't even remember where I was at with that. I'm just gonna keep continuing.
おいおい、誰もが欲望のままに生きれば人は永遠に争い続ける。人類を滅ぼす気か。
全部なくなったら何の意味もないよね。
何を言っている。欲望のまま生きた果てに欲望のまま死ねる。それこそ幸せだろ。あいつむちゃくちゃ。
Oh yeah, now I remember. Silibit, I have no idea what the hell you're even on about. This man's like just on crack. He's on his own crack that he's been selling to all of his fighters.
奴はもうとっくに壊れている。
私はお前らを救う。あいつむちゃくちゃ。
奴はもうとっくに壊れている。
私はお前らを救ってやるのだ。すべての生き物の欲望を。
Oh, that's what that commenter was talking about. Yeah, the dude's been alive so long, he's literally just lost his marbles. Yikes. I'm not going to touch that one.
解放してな。
本気で世界中を精神汚染するつもりなんか。
いや、あんなのは序の口だ。本来の力ははるかに恐ろしい。
ようやく実現する理想な世界がな。手始めに地球、いずれは惑星クレイも欲望一色に染め上げる。まずはお前からだ。明道アキナ。
アキナ。
そうだ、俺はずっと怖かった。これ以上俺のせいで光に何かあったらって。俺のせいで光を失ってしまったらって。俺だってもっと遊びたかった。もっと自由でいたかった。もっとでも全部俺が自分で選んだんだ。俺は今までもずっと俺自身に正直に生きてきた。
Let's go, my boy.
シチューを作る時間も一緒に食べる時間も病院へ通って一緒に病室で笑い合って全部俺にとって宝物だ。俺の石灰はいつだって俺がそうしたいからやってんだ。
Guys, protect Akina at all costs. Protect him at all costs, damn it. Keep this light alive, like my gosh.
俺は俺のために大切な人の力になりたいんだ。これが俺だ。
私の力が効かないだと。バカな。何なんだ。
Didn't you experience this the same way when you infected Yuna or the other one? No? Alright.
それは
まさか明道アキナ自身のデザインフォース。
何。
デザインフォースとは運命を実現する力。それはクレイだけに存在するわけじゃない。生きとし生けるもの全てが持っている力。
笑わせるな。
So basically it's like prana, or something like prana. Whereas prana is like kind of like the life force energy of like all living and non-living things. At least if I have that understanding correct. But yeah, no, that's interesting. That's an interesting concept. It does feel a little cheap, I'm not gonna lie. It does feel cheap, but the thing is, we've been working with this force in order to create miracles in the first place. So it doesn't like go too off base.
たかが命一つが持つデザインフォースなど認知すらできない砂粒のようなもの。断りを超えた存在でもない限りこんなことはありえん。たとえここが重なり合う世界だったとしてもだ。
いや、お前だって見ていたはずだ。彼が断りを超えた存在とつながり運命を変えるために戦ったその姿を。運命対戦、宿命決戦、共に戦っていく中で運命者との絆がデザインフォースを高めていったのだ。
We gotta forget that he actually lost the Destined fight. I mean, sure, Hikari came back as future Hikari and won in his place, but he still kind of lost. But you half right. You half right, Gab.
だとしても明道アキナ一人でここまで。
俺だけじゃない。俺たちだ。
これって
彼らのデザインフォースが一つとなった。そのカードの名は。
Let's go. Evolve form, evolve form, evolve form. Let's do this.
運命を
Hell yeah, let's fucking go!
運命をだと
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, I don't know what it does, but I love it already. That is such a cool frickin' looking card. Guys, look at this. That looks so frickin' boss. Move over, Bastion. That we got a new frickin' king over here.
運命を
運命をだと
ああこれが俺たちの新しい力だ
お前こそ我が天敵だったとはな。そのデザインフォースは危険すぎ面白い。それでは正真正銘最後の宿命決戦と行こうじゃないか。全てのデザインフォースをかけたカードファイト。私が勝てばもう私を止められる者は誰もいない。
See, this is how you do it right, people. Take notes, Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic. Friggin' take notes right here. The concept behind the design force gives them a good reason to fight and a good reason to actually settle this through a fight. Whereas in Link Joker, the game being what was possessing people or infecting them, it was also the cure, which caused them to fight. I love it when a card game gives a good, in their world, a good reason to play the card game, because then it makes it all work, and I love it.
俺が勝てばお前は全ての力を失ってナオ先輩は解放される。
さあ私と戦うか明道秋だ。
当たり前だ。受けて立つシビルト。お前に勝ってナオ先輩を助ける。
即答とは一片の恐怖すらないというのか。
分かってないねガブちゃん。怖いに決まってんでしょ。
でも迷いはない。それが明道明だ。
奇跡を叶えるために
決して手を伸ばすことを諦めたりしない。
お兄ちゃん
ならば最終決戦にふさわしい舞台を用意しよう。明日の夜始まりの場所で決着をつけよう。待っているぞ。
始まりの場所。
Okay, cool. We get a moment of reprieve. God bless it. Can't freaking talk. Okay, interruptions through this entire stream aside, freaking lit. I have a couple nitpicks that I've already explained through and why I don't really care for like all the characters to be the same, like all the way from back 10 years ago. Like, oh, we all knew each other, but only 3 of us are actually relevant to the plot. So I'm going to assume that the reason why they were seen as like the characters we know today is because Ikina's memory is still fuzzy. And so it's just kind of like they're there as a placeholder until the plot, increases otherwise. But I can suspend my disbelief enough for that thing. Aside from that, I love how so it turns out that Now, that's what her name was. Now was with them at the time. And now has actually been Akina's like lifelong friend so far, which does kind of explain the low key like romance that is being a little bit teased at with Bushiroad. That I do like that because I think it's interesting, like their dynamic. But I'm gonna go ahead and see what's going on with you guys because I've not been looking at the comments until now. Let's see. Well, remember Kuon did say he knew every one of the Fateds. That's a good point. But I considered he meant that in a sense where, like, he has studied each one of the fates. Let's see. Francisco says, yeah, weird that they would connect everyone to this incident if they wouldn't even remember it. Well, I mean, I think the reason why they don't remember it is because of Syllabit's influence. Oops. Yeah, due to Syllabit's influence, no one can remember what's happening. Let's see. Well, you can't remember every person from your childhood, can you? Yeah, no, I agree with there too, but I feel like it's more due to Syllabit's influence that's why that's happening. Midnight goes on to say, Syllabit basically means it believes all humans need to live selfishly and true to their desires completely, even if it kills them. Yeah, and my God, that is a crazy take to have. Like that is the most hottest of takes. hottest of takes I've ever heard in my life. Silbit's mind pollution was broken by the freaking Oh my god, that one got me. Silbit's mind pollution was broken by the freaking stew with celery in it. Hikari needs to respect it from now on. You damn right you do. She do, I mean. Oh my god. Sadly, Divines doesn't have a dual disc like Yu-Gi-Oh, so the demon will battle on the table. Yeah, no, at least in the Link Joker arc, they had that weird like digital like table that would come out, or not even digital, I mean like spiritual table that would do that. I miss that. That was such a cool concept. Then it says, also, that's a yes and a no for the moment of reprieve. No. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let's see. Taizo should remember Ikina or Hikari, shouldn't he? Again, I want to say it's Taizo's Silbit's influence. I mean, a kid literally was sent to the hospital under his charge. Yeah, no, exactly. But that's kind of like that kind of leads into my theory that it wasn't actually Taizo. Maybe it was someone who looked like Taizo, but because Akina can't remember it, we're seeing it from Akina's point of view. So I don't think it was actually Taizo. Otherwise, yeah, he should have remembered all of them. It'd just be too like coincidental in my opinion. So of course he does. Why do you think he helped Hikari? No. The reason why he helped Hikari in season 1 is because she came out to him first and then proved that she was from the future, and that caused him to be like, okay, this is interesting. Otherwise, because Hikari knew about her. God bless it. Hikari knew about Taizo because she watched him playing in the deluxe at the start of the season. But she does not remember anything, and vice versa. Taizo would have told Hikari that he remembers her. But then again, like I said before, Silbit's influence might be doing that. Let's see. At least it's better than Link Joker and Gize Invasion. The table just came out of no. I'm gonna stop you right there. I liked that part. I liked that. The tables just come out of nowhere. I mean, I think with in G where they actually the tables kind of came out of these tiny ass little like deck boxes. That's where I was like, that's crazy. But it was interesting. Let's see. Lucario won because Future Hikari asked him for help and he accepted. The problem is that the kids being all at the same camp doesn't really add much to the story because it's still an Ikina Hikari story and now. Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%, Francisco. And why do so much for a quote stranger? Remember, he agreed to help in that moment he saw her face behind the mask. No, he needed, if you remember, he needed proof, and so she told him to go, to have Taizo go look at past Hikari, and when he saw that Hikari was younger, he was like, okay, this is interesting. And being the CEO of a company, it's not hard for him to do background checks or find someone who does know how to do background checks. At least that's my theory. For all we know, he could have remembered, but again, I want to say he doesn't remember due to Silbit's influence, and that would be the only reason why. But as far as my headcanon goes, I'm going to say the only reason why we see everyone there all at once is because we're seeing it from Ikina's point of view, and he doesn't really have too many memories besides from that. And then... Shoot, lost my train of thought. Point being, I feel like there is some holes in the memory that are probably going to be brought up in Season 3. If not, then it's going to be my headcanon that it was only now Hikari and Akina who were actually at that summer camp that day. And I feel like that would have been a better, more interesting story also. But that's just a theory. Anyways, he said he agreed when he went to the hospital to see if she really came from the future. It wasn't related to the incident. Yeah. Okay, it being just Akina's perspective makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Also remember he did visit child Hikari in the hospital too. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, from uh in season 1 again, that's what happened. He Taizo met future Hikari. Future Hikari said, "I'm from the future." Taizo said, "Prove it." And Hikari said, "Okay, look for this person at this location." Future Hikari could have also had a school ID on her that showed her the year, the date, and then when Taizo went and did a background check and actually checked things out, he would have seen, okay, this is the same person for sure. But okay, I'm gonna stop getting all hung up about the the logistics of what happened because again, we're not even like at the end of this season. We still got 3 episodes left to go. Yeah, that's it. That was crazy. I like the lore dump. I'm really happy that they did that because I was so curious to see what happened, and I want to know how was Silbit sealed in that ruin because there's no way he just came to Earth or when well no he did say that he sent half of himself to Earth and then the other half possessed Hikari, then was going to reconnect with the card in order to bring out his full power and then now stopped it. But it almost looked like he was sealed away almost or something. And on top of it there were each nation flag was written in there. And then the nations only formed after Gizeh. So what does that mean? Unless Gizeh being destroyed corrupted the timeline, Gear Chronicle shenanigans and such. Actually, that was a theory I had. It was that due to Chrono existing in Vanguard, he screwed up the timeline and now everything's all wonky. Because if you remember, when he fought Shinamon, the store owner, there was a flashback from way back when where he was using Generation Grade 4s when he hadn't even met Aichi yet, and Aichi never had Grade 4s in his deck. No one had Grade 4s in the deck. So that led me to think that due to Chrono being a singularity, he screwed up the timeline just by existing, essentially. So that with that idea in place, it's not a stretch to think that after the defeat of Gizeh, all the clans from beginning to end changed and turned into nations. That'd be actually an interesting concept, Yo, Bushiroad, if you're watching this by some miracle, do this. You have my 100% permission to take this concept and do whatever the hell you feel like with it. Because that would be a freaking lit concept. But as viewers, we can see the similarities in their past and present appearance, and the animator need to make it easy for us to avoid confusion. But in real life, a person can change a lot in 10 years. I mean, yeah, that's true too. Honestly, I think that's it for my final thoughts for this episode. But yeah, so an emergency came up not just a few hours ago, so there's going to be no streams up until I want to say Sunday again. So yeah, apologies for that in advance. But yeah, yeah, I will be back on Sunday. If not Monday, I'll keep you guys posted and let you guys know. Until then, thank you so much to everyone who showed up to the stream. I appreciate y'all, especially all 78% of you who are not subscribed. Thank you for watching. You don't got to subscribe, but I would appreciate it. But no, again, thank you so much for watching. please leave your thoughts in the comments. I'll check it out. I'll like literally just start commenting whatever. I will get to them when I get back from my trip, and then yeah, I will let you guys know what's going on. Again, thank you guys so much. Please make sure to share this with people you know, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.